What's up, everyone? What up, John? All right. So, let me move this. All right. What's up, Crypto Goal? How you doing? So, first we've got, let me make sure, yeah, PK with XRP, and I can't, because I'm logged in on so many machines, I'm not able to log in on a Chrome, because if I log in here, it will kick me off one of my other platforms. So that's why I can't zoom in like Sam does and manipulate your chart, PK. But I've got the same view as you. We're either about to pop up for a fifth in the 130s area, or I think it's 66 to 70 is where I've got where we're heading next. So let's dive into what I've got. All right. So I'm using Bitstamp. For me, it's got the best history. I think Bitfinex may have same amount, but I've used Bitstamp. So I typically always use perfect pool first. That's just kind of frames the market for me and kind of tells me where we could go. So here's my thought right now. We came up to the Monte zone, tagged that perfectly, rejected, and now we've attacked this golden zone here, and now it's really up to, are we going to pop above and get this 130 tag? Let's see. Basically tag this daily order block. It's kind of where I'm looking. And that would be a low time frame, probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I'm gonna buy the fuck out of that.
Beta unlock.
API 3. Thanks for the donation, Bader. I will get to that. I did take off. I had a chart from previously where I had set up where basically this is where I hedge, this is where I short, and this is where I get stopped out, or here's where I go stupid levered long. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Yeah, here it is, found it. So this was last week's live stream. We did get to the hedge, and we came just short of the actual short at 123.7. We got to 1229. So then from there, what I could see is a move down here to 66.70, kind of like PK's got it here, basically channeled out. So are we going to get this kick up and clarify things a bit, or are we going to move down? I think that's kind of where we're at across the entire space. So we've already came a little bit higher, and now we're sitting right in here around 110. So this is where I would lever up, I guess, down here at the 66 area. 66 to 70. But I like to try to be pinpoint accurate, and it would be heavy around 66, 67. So, perfect pull, that would be right down here. So, there you go. Buy XRP leverage for financial freedom and Ferraris. So, let me dig in here and see where we're at. So if we're going to get up in here, 130, 133, I think is where got the deviation here at 113. So if we can get above that, attack golden zone here, and then our big headache area is right in here. If we can clear that, then I think these areas are on the table. So with an OG pitchfork, we've just been right in the outer parallel. So and then rejecting here on the outside, that's where you could get your bigger move down. Your retrace for this entire move. So holding POC of this range here. So it looks like we're ready to at least move up. Attack this 118. I know originally I said I would short that 123.7. I'm not going to short there this time. So when this alarm goes off, I'm not going to short. I missed by like 0.007. Missed the short. I was hedged from here, and I closed that last night when we were around here, because you'd want to see it flush this POC and reject it if you're gonna. So I took a little bit of profit on the hedge, and now hopefully we can get up here and I can either re-hedge or short, but I'd be looking higher up here in the 130 area. So macro look, let's take a look at that. Everyone loves to see macro. So this is a Pitchfork from beginning 2013 to, I guess, this proposed one, even though we swiped a low here. But Then over here, you can see how it catches the top decently well. Deviation out of it, but then just working our way sideways. Median here, and now we're working back. So either we're going to break through here and push up, or take time and go sideways to this outer edge, which I hope doesn't happen. So my macro targets, if we're going to get this cycle completion, are 11. 23 is a little much. I think I had 18. So this one is using daily close pivots, and then I use the top over here. But as long as we stay above this median here, I'm happy. So we get that 66 flush, we can get back above this. That's when I think we can really take off. So good POC tag there. Front run on the value area high of this range, but this is if we get the flush. So from this move, perfect 50 tag. I just, when I first see this and I see a swipe the highs and dump, I normally think that's an expanded B, but so that's why I didn't pull from there at the beginning. So expectation based on algos would be here. So PK, same idea. Let's try to get this fifth push up here to 130, 133. and then it'll clear things up for us. If not, if we can't get above, watch for that one or 66 to 70 area that you were looking at. All right, Bader, API 3. It's got the most history. Never even heard of this. So 3-day momentum is about to crush bullish. That's good. Cross the zero line on the daily. Bader, let me know, are you in this? Are you looking to get in this? What is, I guess, your plan? Do you have a plan, or you want me to formulate you one? Okay, so what's the volume like there? That kind of throws me off. Obviously there's more volume because there's probably more transacted down here, but I'm going to use this simply for the sake of POC being here, which I think, I mean, I don't think we're coming back down here because there was POC here and we tagged it. So I'm gonna use KU coin just long-term play. But are you in it or looking to get in? Perfect pull may work better on OKX. $4,785. All right. So these were the values on KU, but chart's got a little bit more history, so I can do the perfect pull here. It's a good tag right there. So I like this, even though we swept here. When it did, it swept the low. Somebody got bent over right there, got stopped out. Filled the wells and off it went. That's why long-term plays, I don't have a stop loss. If I'm buying it for a cycle, there's no way I'm going to get screwed like this. It may be scary, and you may be, your thought is when it breaks this, it's just time to go to zero. But this is what they do. To me, it's more about where the candle closed on the daily, and technically it held. All right, Elliott Wave purists will fight me all day, but you see this in crypto all the time, and then it ends up playing perfectly. All right, so I think I would use this as my perfect pull just for this range, just based off how we held on the daily line here, how we tagged to 1618 and rejected. You can see the -1 here tag, obviously resistance, support until it lost it, retested it, and retested it again. So this is a good one. Obviously you've seen, if you've watched before, how I can do different perfect pulls. So you got this one that's based off just the daily here, the very first candle. And I liked how it rejected off of the golden zone here. But you can see when you add these in together, you see where the confluence is that could be big time resistance. Like right here, you've got two, you got a -1 and a 3618. When it came back to retest that, hard rejection, right? If you get above that and come back on top of it, should be nice support. So right now we're coming into a consolidation range potential to get through, right? And if you're putting fibs, makes sense that resistance is going to be right in between these two areas. So if you can get above that, that's going to be a good indication that it's going to continue up. Right, so here's a third potential perfect pull I had. And you've got all this resistance here. Right, add in macro value area. You've got POC, so there's going to be some accumulation here to pop through, I believe. If not, it's going to reject back to probably value area low. Is 40. Reasonable? I mean, it's crypto, so maybe, but you'd have to think where it came from. $1.55, 40. I mean, I'd have to look at, I guess, the tokenomics of it, how much supply, what that would put the market cap at. If there's other coins like this, and what their market caps are at. What's their inflation rate? You know, is it mining? Or who's dumping on it? You know, if it's like a 15% inflation rate, then that's tough, right? Because you're fighting people staking and dumping those on the market all the time. If it's 1%, then you can potentially get away with that. All right, so you can see where we held here. Outer edge of the pitchfork. So retested, held here, pushing up, and this is where you're going to run into problems. Either it's going to pop through and test, consolidate here, so that's a good sign. Holding that really well. This was again based off the daily. Daily line levels. $100 million supply, 50 million state. So what's the inflation rate though? What's the total amount of coins possible? You know, there's 100 million in circulation, but is it a billion potential or? I mean, I like it here. If you're already in, I think if you can flip 478, and you may consolidate around this area for a while, so have some patience with it. So just based off this, my expectation is either consolidate here and pop hard and consolidate some more, or it's going to pop this and then consolidate this way. With the way Bitcoin's acting and dominance, I don't see this just taking off. It's got a lot of resistance above it, but it's looking good in the sense that it's attacking the resistance. You got a lot of golden zones coming up. I mean, showing good consolidation here, like I said. So all you're looking for now is basically you've got this wedge of consolidation that you could do for a while using these pitchforks, basically holding these. Any consolidation in this range sends this up. And really that's what you want. You want to build this really strong base right around here, POC. So if this is a long-term play, then I don't see any reason holding it here. Just hold it, forget about it. And once you clear 673, that's when you really start to take off. This is API 3. So total supply 104 million, circulating supply 36. So this is the thing you need to look at when you're looking at projections. 37 million are currently out there. So your current market cap's 173, right? But if you're looking at fully diluted, you're already at $500 million. So it's on a lot of exchanges, so that's good. Volume over 1 million. OKEX has the most for sure. So if you're looking at something, you know, can this go to $40? Sure. But you'd be looking at $40 times this, right? A lot of people, you know, say there's only 10 million on the supply, but so they're like, oh, the market cap's really small, but they're, you know, 10 million, but then there's 100 million available. Well, there's 10 times more market cap that can come in, you know, whether it's staked or inflation, whatever. That's something you really need to focus on, is what can come into the market. You know, that's like Shiba or Doge. You know, oh, it's going to go to a penny. Well, no, if you look at the total supply, the market cap, it literally cannot go to a penny, because it would be like, you know, 100 trillion market cap. Well, that's not possible. So all these TikTok kids that say it's, you know, if it only goes to a penny, I'll have $50 million. Well, yes, but that's not reasonable.
I said the cause life is a beat. You cannot hit me cause I'm out of reach. What type of designer expecting my free? That's how I started my week. Big money speech, nothing I'm talking is cheap. I just might spit through your block in my cheek. Big money speech in my pockets. I said the road down the street, flooded cause life is
One thing I like to check is always check their Twitter. So 30,000 followers is good. Nice looking website. So, I mean, if it's legit, I mean, obviously it's legit, but you know, it's going to stick around and they're going to have good work on their source code at GitHub, or just continue developing, then I don't see any problem with this going up. You're going to have to attack this, obviously. Then you've got this. The 10x is not unreasonable for something that's consolidated. Good date. I mean, that's 310 days sideways. It's in a pretty big range, right? So if you're just going to break out of this range, well, if you're going to use wolf range, -1 is right here on top of the 2618. So right. So expansion of this range gets you to here. So I'd be focusing here first. Obviously you want to get above, right? You probably come. It's not going to go straight up. But that's not unreasonable. Nice chart though. They can just go sideways a lot longer than you expect, so you know, if it's gonna take a while, you never know. So long term, keep adding to it. Looks good. Grant F with Goldman Sachs. And he is wanting this dude to be topped entirely. One, two, three. Extension in the fifth. That's 2 days from now, earnings. Let's look. That is pretty nasty there. So if you're on arithmetic weekly, this has tons of strength to the downside. Monthly's not there yet. 3-day increasing, daily turning around, but obviously weekly doesn't look great, but it hasn't lost anything yet. Where's weekly? There it is. It's lost the highs, but you're gonna need to lose this and retest 372. Have I done it identified weekly? I went to the weekly chart. You go to the weekly chart and you basically just here, hang on. Right, so this we popped up, retraced, got above it. You can see just by not even looking at it. You can see that we got above and then rejected and then fought. So just my eye sees this. Right? Get above, reject, resistance, 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 resistance. Got above it. Now retesting it. I could put it down here, but my eye doesn't see this level, it sees this level. Just because these candles are holding here, we shot above it, they're holding here. Hang on a second, guys. All right. It's just support and resistance, right? Just seeing support. Likewise, over here, I'd see this. We popped up, rejected it with this weekly candle, the body. All right, so this is another weekly level, but here's the one I'm interested in. Lose this, things going to start to look a little bit differently. But so far, we're holding this 6-month level. We're holding a monthly. Yeah, order block is going to be order block is going to give you a range, right? Like that's an order block for a weekly. So this is giving you, here's a range of orders in this candle. You want to hold that. But you can still have a weekly level here. But it looks different here. You've got this entire range that you don't want to lose. This is just a line. Yeah, this is tough, Grant. I mean, I don't want to bet against the banks, especially Goldman Sachs. I mean, obviously I can see this. I can see this clear as day, but we haven't lost anything yet, so I'm not betting that we're done. And these confluence areas are nice. Here, you can see they consolidate around those two, rejected from these two. All right, so Monte pull here, target. Fall out of the OG pitchfork, basically retested at the algo, and start pushing away. Right, so you're still consolidating up here. Typically this would be distribution, right? You're out of the OG pitchfork, algo, still creating higher highs, right? So this is technically more bullish here than it is here, even though the price is higher, because this is still in the pitchfork. Now that you've come out and retested, I mean, this could still come up here and do this, right? But once that happens, that's the final, in my mind, how I see it, the final flush. And it's just a retest of the OG. When you reject from the OG, you start to work into the shift. Right, so here it rejected it, right? But as you start to work here, all of a sudden then this becomes a magnet. Reject here, you come to median line, whether it's straight sideways. Right, so this could either A, come down hard, hit that, and go higher. You could go sideways, right? So you hit this, pop up, and now you've got this outer parallel to deal with, which then you may still go sideways. Then you reject. Then you've got modified. All right, so same thing, right? We've been rejected by the outer of this modified. Hit median, bounced. Now we're starting to lose the median. So either this needs to pop or this is going to keep going sideways. Or like I said, it could drop. So here's median. Oh. See where these kind of intersect? So there's a bit of confluence that if this drops, it could get a nice bounce. But still distribution, I think, in my mind. So yeah, Grant, I do like this as being distribution. I don't know if it's completely ready yet. You've got some nice support under us, but we've been attacking it. All right, there's POC at this distribution range. 362, value area low. So really you need to flush whether or not this just goes sideways some more. But you need to flush this, come back and retest it, and I think it's gone. Push above and you've got 460, 511, and 536, but that's their probably last hurrah before this whole thing comes falling down. I wonder if there's a pitchfork I can do. Alright, so what I was talking about earlier, about how you lost OG, look what happened after it lost and retested here. That's when you know it's a good pitchfork. Alright, so here I put this red because if you see on the weekly here, we've dropped here and we did not retest it. We did drop here and retested it. So then if you come up here, you can see, you know which line it is that hasn't been retested. So is that a retest? maybe 429, $9 away. These are good. So it's consolidating around here. I could see a spike up. Tag that, reject, and drop hard. Sweep the highs. Tag that parallel. And once this loses this median, I think it's game over. So my bet, if it holds this, watch for the sweep, then the dump, or this just goes sideways until it drops. Retest median or retest these. Wait and see, I guess. Banks are going to have a tough time. If it drops hard, you've got value area high here. That'd be quite the drop. All right, let's move on. We got Wonka here with Luna. All right, so I'm guessing you got in down here and you move the stop to 23, just under all this. So if you're expecting a triangle, it won't get to it. So perfect pull. One thing I don't love here is just the amount of strength to the downside. Obviously, if it's a triangle, it's going to hold. Maybe it tries to hold here around 30. And that would go along with your idea of triangle here. Perfect pull has got it right at 5618 right now. Held the 50 here between these two. 29, 22 has not been tested on the daily. Neither is 2675. You do not want to lose 2379 as you've seen. So I think 23 is a good stop. Especially if you're in from way down below. Daily order block. Weekly order block. So for now, you're just stuck in this range. So value area high of this range is right at the order block. So POC, perfect pull. I could see it bounce, right? And then maybe get down to these areas. Good confluence here. 618 weekly, daily order block. And then next target based off this 72.92. That's right in your range. So I think we have a bit more pain to go on some alts. Losing that median. Maybe this is quicker where it comes to here. So there would be another confluence. Hold this outer. And there you go. So that's the inside pitchfork. You can see why it stopped us at the top. Everything, all of them together look like this. Looks messy, but you can see why it consolidated. If I take out right, so these are just medians and outer parallels. Majority of this action was right in here. Dip underneath, buy, sell when you get to resistance. So if we add in confluence areas, you've got big area here. So if we actually dump and we come down into this area, that's a good area to attack. Or big confluence up here. When nudes, James, I'm nude right now. But Monte, I like these two here. That'd be incredible though. 27 cents to 73 and 150. Nice. Nice. All right. Moving along to this shit coin again. GRT. At least this is Bitcoin. GRT BTC. So I think the blue line is the yearly. All right. There it is. Look at that. I think I put this trend line last time before it hit, and I said look for it to tag over here with the yearly golden zone trend line. And it looks pretty good. So now we need to get our shovel and dig out. We did lose it, but the next day regained it and closed above the yearly. So what we need to do now is stay the hell above. If we were to do this, reject, and just start running down this, you're going to see a lot of this where it's going to take a lot longer and build a base before you're able to get above. So you don't want to fall back underneath. You don't want to close a weekly under it, but we're early in the week. Three-day held perfectly. So we've got 2 days, 6 hours to get out of this area. Three-day order block. Daily order blocks, but I'll keep the 3-day there. Where's my divergence? Slight right here, but barely. You had hourly. Right here, I mean barely, and it got a nice solid bounce off of it, but I need to see more. Because so far this just looks like 3-wave up to retest resistance. Not much to update. Hold yearly. Hold that. Yeah. Want to get above this 3-day order block. And this is where I start to feel a little bit more comfortable. If we can shoot above this and retest this 3-day and daily. At that point, if we can hold that on the daily and weekly, these levels here, I'd feel good. If not, oof. Down here, and that's ugly being under these. It's not looking hot, but this 4-hour here, this daily here, got above it with a nice 4-hour candle, retested it, moving above, now retesting the yearly on the 4-hour. So holding that, is good. Holding Monte zone, and I mean here, this daily is imperative on the 4-hour. I would want to see if it did anything. Quick down, immediately up and out. I don't want to see it hanging around here at all, because it technically already tested it. So coming back down here would need to get out of here quick. It no looky too good, you're right. But we have hope, I guess. You do have Monte pull on this final wave set. You got algo tag, so of course there's golden zone and 50 right there, so that's your area you want to smash with a baseball bat when you get there. Well, we are definitely at a culmination of shit about to go down. So on the speed fans, 7418, 7418. So 4 days of potential fuckery before it picks a direction. If it's able to get in here and pop this way and retest, that's when I think you get the move up to the 7618. Likewise, getting rejected by the bearish one, losing the 7618 here is where you do not want to go. Alright, so set a few alarms to see. Because I think a move out of here would be good. And of course, unless Bitcoin dumps, would affect the USD chart, so I can buy that. I'm not going to buy this, but all right, Matic. So you're just looking at the 1 hour. All right, Malega, you've got from here sheet 27. So you're zoomed in here. And you're thinking 1, 2, 1, 2, and now we're on a smaller 1, 2. I like it. Obviously, there's this big median line we want to hold. So on the zoomed out here, you'd want 1, 2 at the 50. Now starting to dig ourselves out of here. I could see, so if you see this big POC we've got down here, we're in the high probability zone for a 2, but we just missed this median and the POC, so 10% drop potential, maybe. I'm not digging this out here, but may not be completed, right? We could come over here, scare, regain the POC, regain a median, and take off. So I mean, that's a fairly big POC. If we lose that in this median, it's going to have a bit more of a problem because value area low is down here. Doesn't look like it's been tagged. We hit the golden zone of the bear here, so target for that algo, if we can't get out of here, is down here, where we have potential golden zone, value area low of this. So not out of the woods yet. But you can certainly try to fight. You've got this speed fan holding you right here, this 618. But then you've got the 7418 above that's going to hit you. For me, it's mainly a sit and wait. I've got Link, ADA, Aave, a couple others that I want to see down about 20%. At least that's where my entries are. This is about 28. So here's my thought. Buy in here. If it gets there, watch to see if it digs out and gets above in here. But you can certainly take a long now. With the landscape of alts right now, it's not amazing. But it's certainly a trade setup, right? You know what your risk is. If you think that's the 2, stop underneath it. All right, let's see. A few people added. Neo. So I'm seeing Jafar, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ABC, so you're expecting to come down and test lower. ABC. Because I mean, so far you just got a B here. If you want, I mean, you don't want to create a new low here because that would change your 2. Good Lord. Seems quite the targets. Let's see. So looks like I did this previously, and we were October 2nd, so I guess last week's. I looked at it for you.
I remembered the line from the Hindu scripture, the Bhagavad Gita. Vishnu is trying to persuade the prince that he should do his duty, and to impress him, takes on his multi-armed form and says, "Now I
Yeah, I think I looked at this for you already because we had the same targets somewhat. I think these two, so nothing's changed. I mean,
Few people laughed. Few people cried. Most people were silent.
you got the 50. You've ideally don't want to hit that target because that target's from this 50 here. Target's 17. I mean, based off your account, you had this, I guess, because you had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down, ABC up. And I guess you're maybe looking for move back down. You're at 50 now, so that target is right there at the Monte zone, so I don't dislike that at all. That'd be the Monte pull Monte zone though, because the first one went pretty deep. So if we lose shift here, back underneath basically 39, then yeah, I think we get back over here. And maybe it's a more drawn out C, more complex. Wouldn't want to break back in here. Ideally, we come back, hold this here. But still could. I'd be interested in it there. I don't know if I can buy it anywhere since we kicked off all exchanges, but All right, last one, then I gotta go eat lunch. IB boy, you want OHMDAI? The hell? What is this, like a rebase token, or I mean, stable coin? Doesn't look very stable. These are too close to really care. I kind of like that one. 618 rejected 236. Get back over. Yeah. So I would watch for one of those two. There you go. That's what you want to see confluence wise. Get you something. I mean, this is a heck of a move here. Get something like this. Tag here. Maybe even sweep the highs. Then come back, test in here. And maybe even nuke all the way down here to the 50. And then you've got good targets up here for the outer parallel. This OG is just too hard to... It's not going up there. But I like that confluence right there. Alright, guys, it's been 2 hours 15 minutes. I'm gonna go get some lunch. I didn't even eat breakfast this morning, so IOT, I think I've done that before. Yeah, I think I did this last week. May have been, yeah, I think it was in the members only video. So go watch the one that's in EDU social, where I did a shitload of video, or 5 hours long. So, but I think this was my thought. So far, it went up, got close to this, and now it needs to hold in this area. I think it was near the end of the video, so you can just fast forward till you see me on it. Alright, y'all. 2 hours is enough for me today. Not doing 5 hours like last week, so. Of course, Alejandro. Just a little jam session. Alright, I'll be in the server in a bit, guys. I'm going to go eat lunch, and then we'll see what we're going to do. Bitcoin's at a turning point here where we're getting close to the highs again, so it's either going to reject here, we're going to get another one down to 51 to 48 to the chart that I put in Monte's corner. I'll show a little snippet here. This is what members got last week. We were right in here. And I mean, you could trade this, but you're just going to get chopped up. So that's why I've got we're getting to the end of my box now, but yesterday, I mean, good short rejection zone. Now we're back in this box, so it's either going to hold this box and push up to median or top. I do have a weekly naked POC at 60,700, so that would get above my box, but I would not expect it to be up here long. If it gained this, tag that, and fell back and fell hard, that would be what I'd want. Then I'd want to come down here once you squeeze these shorters that have been shorting heavily. You know, they've got no risk management, so you squeeze them and then you jump it hard. If it gets up in here and just accumulates, then it could go much higher. All right, so that's my current thought. We'll see. Trade smart. This is an area that they want to take your Bitcoin. So don't over leverage. Don't assume anything must happen, because this could and nuke all of us, right? So be smart and always use risk management. All right, y'all. We'll holler at y'all later. See ya.